Hey, what's up guys? It's Stargirl, the Practical Witch. Welcome to another one of my pick a card readings. Today we're going to do an October 2018 love forecast. So before we get started, I need you to pick one of the four groups. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Once you've picked a group, you can fast forward to the timestamp I provide down below to see what your results are. If you need to pause the video to meditate on the cards, feel free to do so. And I realize some of you said that the markers help you guys pick, but I made them all the same because I really want you to pick with your intuition and not your eyes. But you guys were heard, and I hope this helps a little bit. So with that, let's get started. Group number 1. All right. So if you chose group number 1 in October, I see that you're going to be mainly focused on trying to do well in some portion of your life. This could be school, this could be work, but with the Two of Wands and the King of Pentacles, this really makes me feel like you're going to be really focused on something. Now, this doesn't even have to be school or work. It's just you're going to be focused on something that you think will pay off for you in the future. So this could be doing well in school, this could be your career, this could be a hobby or turning your hobby into a career. It could really be anything that will benefit you greatly in the future. And this is going to be something you're really passionate about in October. This can also be like if you picked up, I don't know, singing or painting and now you're just really into that, or you picked up a really good book and now you're interested in being a writer. This could be so many different things, but this is something that you really feel like could be something you want to do forever or pay off for you. And it's going to be really exciting to you, and you're going to be really into this one thing. This could also be sports. This could be, you dyed your friend's hair once and now you want to dye hair for a living. It could literally be anything, but you're going to be really focused on your future and doing well in the future and trying to figure out a way to build that up. Maybe it's putting in more hours at work. I don't know. But there's going to be someone with the Knight of Cups that sort of just comes in trying to distract you from that. I'm almost seeing it's going to be someone who is very convincing, someone who has pure intentions towards you, someone who really just wants to be in your company. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading. I didn't specify this time if this is for singles or people in a relationship, so this could be for both. But really what I'm seeing is you being focused on a goal or something you like doing or something that you think is going to pay off, and a love interest in October distracting you from that or trying to distract you from that. But with the Seven of Wands, I'm really seeing like there's going to be some resistance. So, if you're single, this person could come in and try to sweep you off your feet, and you might not trust them all the way. This doesn't have to be because they did anything. It could simply be because you just don't trust anyone right now. You maybe heard of their reputation, or maybe you don't trust letting anyone in at the moment, or maybe you just don't want to let them in because you're busy with whatever it is you're doing. There's going to be some resistance on your part for some reason. Maybe it's just that you don't think they're your type, or you don't think you guys would work out. You're going to be resisting it a little bit, which is what I'm seeing. With the freedom, this almost makes me feel like you just don't want to be tied down with anyone at the moment. You're going to almost want to maybe, because I know Venus is going into retrograde in October, so this is going to be a difficult time in regards to love. But I also want to put out there that astrology should not dictate your life. Even though astrology gives you a map to the energies of the world, if you don't want something to happen, it doesn't have to happen, because you are the master of your universe. I just want to put it out there. But I'm almost seeing like there's going to be something inside you that wants your options open. Like, even if you're in a relationship at the moment, there's going to be a little piece inside of you that wants to see what else is out there, or a little piece inside of you that maybe starts to have feelings for someone else. And that's okay. Even in long-term relationships, you might go through that, but the important thing is to, really reflect over that and be grounded, right? Or if you're single, I just feel like there might be someone who comes in and tries to maybe tie you down or tries to start like something serious with you, but I'm just seeing you want freedom in October. So either way, I'm just getting this gist of not wanting to be tied down pretty much, and sort of feeling curious about what else is out there. With the Two of Wands, this makes me feel like even though you probably won't want anything too serious, or you don't want to focus too much of your time into love or a relationship, you want to focus more on your future or doing well in a certain area. What I'm seeing by this is you might still, be talking online or doing the texting thing, or maybe doing some light flirting online because, I don't know, like to fill up the rest of your time. But I'm seeing that you're going to be hesitant about giving your in-person time to your love interest, if that makes sense. And it's going to be mainly done over texting online. It could be a dating site or texting your loved one or something of that nature. With the mediator, so keep in mind, once again, this is a general reading, so I'm going to try to include all the messages I get because I don't want to miss anybody. This almost gives me the feeling that, so there's two messages. One is there's going to be two people you're interested in October. There could be the one person that is the practical route, the stable route, the one that makes sense. And then there might be another person that maybe isn't the practical route, the stable route, but they're catching your attention, or they're trying to get your attention. So there might be kind of a love triangle thing going on. And that doesn't have to, it's not a soap, life isn't a soap opera. It doesn't have to be dramatic. What I'm seeing by this is just that there might be someone who doesn't seem completely right for you getting your attention, and you almost might feel like it won't go anywhere, but you might be interested, or they might grab your attention anyway, if that makes sense. This could also mean with the mediator that you're going to try your best to juggle this new love interest, or this love interest who's trying to steal your attention, with this new hobby. However, it's almost going to end up where neither is getting enough time, so you almost need to prioritize between the two in October, which is also what we're getting by discipline. And with the discipline card, it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So this really tells me, if you have the option between love and focusing on your goal is probably the best way to do it as of right now in October, which is what we also have by grounding. So the last card I have is Pisces, which really tells me you might be dealing with a Pisces, or you might be a Pisces, Venus, Mars, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or they might be a Pisces, Venus, Sun, Rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, or Mars. Wow, that was a tongue twister saying that over and over. So, this really talks about being daydreamy, being in love with love, being kind of a flirt. Because yes, Pisces are so sweet and so nice and so kind. They're kind of like, you don't know if they have special attention to you or everyone else. So I'm almost seeing like you might put up a wall with this person because you don't know if they're being like this with everyone else. This could also mean, this person might be trying to distract you from what you need to be focusing on this month, which is your career, your interests, your hobbies. Or it could mean you're dealing with a Pisces who's going to be very dreamy and, maybe try to shake it up or unground you. So, and I'm also getting crush energy. There's just a lot of crush energy. So you could have a crush on somebody and you just know they're not the practical route. Now with the King of Pentacles, this could also mean having a crush on someone at work, or having a crush to someone who's your superior in work or school. I am getting that as well. But really the main gist of this is in October, I'm seeing you're going to have kind of a wandering eye, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just like you're going to wonder what else is out there. You're going to be focused on more than one person, more than one activity. Shiny new things are going to catch your eye, but I don't see you really acting on it. I don't see you really distracting yourself with it. With the Seven of Wands, I see you really, maintaining respect, a comfortable distance, and staying focused on what's really important, which, like I said, is manifesting your dream life and putting in that work for the future. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope that made sense. I tried to get the singles and people in a relationship, so that was actually kind of a challenge. Next time I might separate it. All right, group number 2. Let's see what October 2018 has in store for you in regards to love. So as I was saying about the first group, Venus is going into retrograde in October, so it's going to be a little funky when it comes to love, but keep in mind that astrology should never dictate your life. Astrology is a way to see a map of the energy of the universe at a current time, but it should not dictate your life, and you are the master of your universe. So if you don't want something to happen, you have the power to make sure your life goes your way no matter what's going on with the stars. And I think it's important to say that. But with what I'm seeing for group number 2, with the Queen of Swords, I'm almost seeing like you're going to be a little skeptical, a little bitter, a little standoffish when it comes to love. This could mean you have trust issues from the past, some baggage from the past that you're letting out in your love life in October. This could mean being weighed down by a lot of past memories or past hurt, past heartbreaks. Maybe if you never dated before, just seeing your parents fight. It's something that's going to be making you feel bitter towards love in October, and it might be because of the retrograde. But with the Eight of Wands, I'm seeing that there's going to be someone who really captures your interest, someone you're falling for really fast, someone you're really interested in, or someone you're really in love with is going to be around in October 2018. And even though you feel such good things for this person, I'm also seeing that this is just a warning from the universe, you might be letting out some past hurt, some past baggage, maybe the stress of the day on your partner, and being a little bitter towards your partner. And I think it's stemming from not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to be dissed, not wanting to be let down. I don't think it's coming from a bad place at all. It's just coming from a place of worry and anxiety, kind of being in your head too much about it. So with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands, this shows me this is going to be a love that keeps you up at night. You're going to wonder about them. You're going to think about them constantly. But I'm also seeing unnecessary worry where you're maybe a little paranoid, and it has nothing to do about them. It's more you're relating some past histories into your current situation and letting it out on them. So be careful of that. Be wary of that as well. And I'm also seeing like you want to be close to this person, but you might have a tendency in October to push them away by being cold and cynical because you're trying to protect your heart. You're trying to protect yourself. And I'm also seeing with the Ten of Wands, there's going to be something going on in October that's bothering you. This could be stress or old heartbreak or something fresh, like a fresh wound will be open. And it's really going to impact your relationship and how you think about love, and it might cause you to act in ways you wouldn't normally act. So just be wary of that. Make sure not to be too much in your head. And if you're with someone you don't trust at all, or if you're not healed over something, it's not the best time to be in a relationship because it's not fair to the other person, right? And it's not fair to you either. With animals, this kind of tells me that if you do go on dates in October, or if you're going out with your loved one, it's going to be something to do with nature, the outdoors. You're going to be really enjoying that fall energy and that fall air. I don't see you sitting in a lot watching Netflix or going to the movies. I see you spending a lot of time outside with whoever your love interest is. And with Aquarius, this is funny because when I think of Aquarius in love, I don't, because Aquariuses are very standoffish and they're very hard to get to open up, and they're not someone who dives really fast into love. There's somebody who's very pensive and you have to really earn their trust. There's someone who's very logical and level-headed and maybe comes off a little cold. So I definitely see you being a little bit your heart being a little closed off emotionally in October. With the Eight of Wands, however, I'm almost feeling like this is a general reading, so I'm going to say all of the messages I'm getting. This almost feels like maybe you're hopping out of a heartbreak or hopping out of feeling bad and jumping into someone else's arms in order to distract yourself or numb yourself from the pain, or kind of distract you, and you're just going about it really quickly. This could also mean that, you might be talking to someone online, or you might meet someone online. Because there's a lot of online, there's a lot of technology energy with Aquarius and the Eight of Wands. This could also mean saying some hurtful things over text. So like I said, you're going to be feeling a little stressed out. Everyone gets stressed once in a while, and you might be letting it out with your partner, not necessarily in person, but you might be saying some hurtful, passive-aggressive things on text messages to let out your frustration because you don't really want to open up to what's really bothering you. And I'm seeing the universe with this card reading is saying, just open up and be honest that you're feeling a little scared, you're feeling a little skeptical, you're feeling a little hurt from something else, instead of just pretending you're fine and putting on this cold, hard armor. It's better to be open about it. It's better to be real about it, right? Then, because sometimes we say things or we give attitude because it's almost like a cry for help, or we want to tell someone something's wrong, but we want to seem hard. Now's the time to let down those walls and not be hard. And especially if you really love this person, which I'm seeing falling in love feelings in October, just be honest. You're going through a lot of things are happening. And also, you attract more bees with honey. So if you really like this person, try to tone it down on the paranoia at the same time. Try to give this person the benefit of the doubt, because when we have failure, past failures don't determine your current state, right? It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Sorry, I was reading that backwards in the viewfinder, but don't take past mistakes, past hurt, and put it into your new fling or your current relationship, because we all know by now that's bad, but if you have a tendency to do that, this is a sign from the universe. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't expect to go into something with failure. Have a positive outlook. Think positively, because this person I'm seeing that you're really going to care about in October, you don't want to spoil it with thinking of the negative. Try to think the positive. Try not to let anything else in your life or in your past out on them. So with stay, this almost makes me feel like in October you're going to be like, I don't care if you leave, and they're going to walk away, and you're going to be like, no, wait, don't go. You're going to want them to stay despite all of this. You're going to want them to see who you are past maybe the hard shell. You're going to make them, you want them to stay past the I don't care, the Aquarius whatever vibe. And this could also mean you're dealing with an Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or you're an Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. This can mean that you really want them to stay and see you past the issue you might be going through in October. Or, another thing I'm seeing with networker, because this is a general reading, so I'm going to get everyone, is there might be someone, you might be romanticizing a past relationship that was no good to begin with, and you might be, keeping track of them online and thinking about, what if we stayed together? What if? But the thing about it is, don't look to the past, is what I'm seeing. Just look into your present and future. Don't look into the past and think, what if? Leave that person in the past where they belong. That's another message I'm seeing. Okay? So that's all I got for your group. I'm going to move on. Alright, group number 3. Let's see what October 2018 has in store for you in regards to love. So, like I was telling the other groups, Venus is going into retrograde in October. And even though astrology is a great way to figure out the energies of the universe and the energies of what's going on around you, it is not a map of your life. It does not control your life. You are the master of your universe. Astrology does not dictate that, even though it's a good guideline. So if you don't want something to happen, then it doesn't have to happen, because you make your life. I hope that makes sense. But in October 2018, I don't really see Venus going into retrograde really impacting you as much as the other groups. I'm actually seeing that love in 2018 will be very, very good for you. We have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, and Cups represents emotions. And when you have that many cups on a card, it talks about being emotionally fulfilled and physically fulfilled. It means being fulfilled in all areas of life. So pretty much what this means is, if you're single and you want to be single in October, you're going to feel very, very good. If you're in a relationship, or if you want to be in a relationship and you want to be in a good relationship in October 2018, you will be. So pretty much, no matter what, if you're single or you're in a relationship, you will be happy. you will be doing what you want to do. So if you want to be in a relationship, you will be in a very fulfilling relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, you're going to be very fulfilled being single, if that makes sense. Either way, you're going to be very fulfilled. This also talks about, with the Ten of Cups, being around someone or kind of talking to someone you're very, very compatible with spiritually. This almost looks like soulmate connection to me. So you're going to be in contact with some sort of romantic soulmate. I'm not necessarily seeing twin flame, karmic, or anything like that. I'm just seeing like soul connection. You know how there's some people you date and you just date them, but you know there's no higher connection, and then some people you date and you just click and bond and you know there's like this higher connection. It was divinely made. I'm seeing you might be in contact with someone in October where it's actually a soul connection, a soul contract, and it's going to be someone that, in a good way, it's going to be someone you really get along with, someone who understands you, someone who is really just a good match for you. And with the Chariot, this is telling me that if in October you want to pursue someone, like let's say there's someone you want and you wanted to pursue but you haven't because you're scared, in October, if you go after this person, you will succeed and feelings will be mutual. So this is a general reading, so I get this is a little scattered, but I want to get all of the messages I'm getting. And one of them is, if there's someone you want to go for and there's someone you have a good feeling about, October is the time to go after, be assertive and go after them, because feelings will be reciprocated. So sometimes, you know, we don't go after someone because we're scared of rejection. This is a big thumbs up from the universe saying that if you go for it and you're confident, you are going to get what you want, as we see from the Knight of Cups, which is getting what you want. So now is the time in October to be assertive in love, whether it's going after someone you want or expressing your needs to someone. We have take action. So this is also saying, like, if you're seeing someone, this month is not the time to be coy. Now is the time to express your needs and what you want in a relationship. Obviously, don't be crazy if you're dating someone for, you know, a month and talk about marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but now is the time to start vocalizing and expressing your needs, because your needs will be heard and your needs will be met, and it will actually make the relationship or the connection stronger. So if you're someone who's normally very on the back seat about what you need or very quiet about expressing your needs, this month is the time to speak up and be very blunt and honest, as we have for the Sagittarius card. This is the time to be very blunt and honest about what you want and what you need. And you know how she's holding the arrow, focusing it on her intention, and she's going after it. This is a time about going and getting what you want and asking for what you want, because when you do that, you will be rewarded in love. And this is probably, you know, actually is relevant for all points of your life. So this is really about going, getting, and asking for what you want, instead of standing back and having other people guess it, or standing back and expecting the universe to give it to you. This could also mean you're going to be dealing with a Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. There's someone who's going to really appreciate direct, blunt honesty. This is going to be someone who appreciates confidence. This is going to be someone who appreciates someone who speaks up for themselves. This is going to be someone who appreciates someone who's very confident, blunt, to the point. And this could also mean, you know, with the Page of Pentacles in Sagittarius, this is very studious cards, or higher learning cards, or travel cards. This almost makes me feel like if you have a love interest in October, it's going to be very much about learning something new together, or getting into a hobby together, or reading something together, going to school together, taking a class together, maybe traveling together. I'm also seeing that as well. This is just about experiencing life together. There's going to be someone, whether you choose to date them or not, that's going to be a part of your soul family that you're just going to experience life with, and it's going to be amazing and fantastic and very fulfilling. And if you want to be in that relationship, it will be fulfilling. If you want to be single, it's going to be fulfilling being single. It's just going to be a very fulfilling month for you, long story short, in October. With Midas, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So this really means to me, like, that you guys are going to be going out a lot. You're going to be going out a lot. Like sometimes when we're dating, or sometimes if we're in a relationship, we sometimes stay at home. We sometimes don't go out very much, you know, order in Netflix. I'm almost seeing like there's going to be a tendency to maybe spend more money on going out and doing something. It could be like a day trip. It could be going somewhere you've never been before. But I'm almost seeing like it's just going to be a really fun, playful time for you because we have that Sagittarius energy. So really fun and playful when it comes to love. Just be careful on the spending as well. Just be a little careful on the spending. Don't go too out of control. And we also have divine timing. So like I was saying, this person that you're with in October, they're not there by accident. They're there on purpose. This is divine timing. Like I said, there is a soul connection between you two. You two were meant to be together during that time in October. This is not just another person who walked into your life. This is divine timing. They're here. They're there for a reason. This is someone who you have a soul contract with. So don't brush them off. Don't brush off this person you feel connected to in October, because it is really divine timing that they're in your life right then for a reason. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. Group number 4, let's see what October 2018 has in store for you in regards to love. So like I was saying with the other groups, that Venus is going into retrograde in October, so it might be a weird month for love. But astrology does not dictate your life. You are the master of your own universe. And if you don't want astrology to impact you, then astrology doesn't have to impact you. Astrology is just a map of the energy of what's going on around you. And if you choose not to let it impact you, you can most certainly do that. I just want to put it out there. So with the Queen of Wands, this almost makes me feel like in October, you're going to be sort of wanting or appreciating or really yearning for a relationship. And it's because we're getting close to the holidays, and I know a lot of people out there, including myself, when you get close to the holidays, you want to feel close, you want to feel romantic with someone. And I'm seeing like you're going to be really valuing a long-term relationship that's going somewhere. You're not really going to be into the flings. You're not really going to be into the one night stands. You're not going to be really into that. You're more going to be focused on wanting a deep, meaningful, true relationship, and that's going to be very important to you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so I'm going to have multiple messages come through, and I ask that if something doesn't resonate, you just leave it to the side for a second, because I want to get everyone in this. I don't want to exclude people. However, I'm seeing that with the want of being in a very committed, stable, secure relationship with the holidays coming up, getting that kind of feeling, there might be a tendency to romanticize a partner or put a partner on a pedestal, or romanticize people that aren't necessarily right, or people who are not necessarily good for you. So I feel like that's a warning from the universe to maybe not see things in rose-colored lenses and really see things for what they are. This also makes me feel like you might have a tendency in October to overlook odd, suspicious behavior or overlook signs of incompatibility for the want of being in a loving relationship. So that's that as well. With the Moon and the Seven of Cups, this almost makes me feel like of a secret relationship, a relationship kept secret, a relationship that's kept kind of hush-hush, which is, you know, odd, because I'm seeing that you're going to be wanting, you know, this stable relationship, but I'm seeing like maybe dating the wrong people, looking online for love, talking to people online that are not necessarily good for you. And if you're in a relationship, this could also mean just not feeling fulfilled in a relationship currently. So this could mean, you know, valuing your relationship and your relationship with your partner, but not feeling emotionally fulfilled all the way, and kind of doing like looking for validation online, or maybe, you know, kind of having a wandering eye or something of that nature. Because like I said, Venus is going into retrograde in October, so it's going to be a weird month, but I just see like this need for emotional fulfillment and maybe going about it or looking for it in the wrong places, which we have all been there. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm also trying to stay honest with my readings, because sometimes I have the tendency not to say the bad things because I want to put you guys in a good mood, but at the same time, I think it's important to warn you or give you a heads up. It's like, hey, just look out for this. Try to really see things for what they are and ground yourself, and don't settle for anything less, because we have, you are special. So this really is a card of not settling. Don't settle just because you're lonely. Don't settle because you like the attention. Only settle because that is the person who's for you. That is the person that's right for you. Really look at the warning signs. Listen to your intuition, because the moon talks about intuition, right? Listen to your intuition about someone or something, and don't settle just because you're in that, oh, the holidays are coming up mood. And don't settle just because of security, as either, because this talks about security. Don't settle for someone just because they're secure. Listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, because you are special, and you are special, and you deserve the best. And if your gut's telling you something's not right, then something's not right. Really look at things, be grounded, get your head out of the clouds, and look at things for how they are. And I feel like the universe is warning you of that. With healthy body, this could either mean that you're doing something with your body, like going on an exercise regime, eating healthier, where you're maybe starting to get more attention, as we see it from the Queen of Wands. So really filter out that attention, look for the good attention, and filter out the bad attention. This could also mean if someone is making you feel bad about your body, or if someone's making you feel not good enough, if someone is acting ashamed of you, if someone is acting, if someone is acting embarrassed of you, they're not the right person for you. And I feel like there's a warning for the universe of that. If somebody is making you feel like they're ashamed of you, embarrassed of you, or you're the side, whatever, you need to let that go. They are not right for you. That's abusive. You are the Queen of Wands. You're beautiful. You don't need that. You don't need that kind of behavior. And if someone like that comes around in October, really think about it. Is that person, being embarrassed of me? Is that person cutting me down with the way I look? Really think about it. So with the Sun, this could mean you might be trying to change yourself in October to maybe fit what other people want. So one minute you might be the sun, one minute you might be the moon, depending on what you think people will like. And this is really a message of be true to yourself, be you, because that's the best way to do it. Don't change your persona just based on the person you date. Just keep being you, because someone is going to love you for you, and it's going to be so much better. And I'm also seeing, like, once again, someone might not keep you out of the sun, maybe just try to do things with you at night. That's not the person you want to be with or settle with either. Like, is that person taking you out? Is that person taking you around their family? Is that person being really weird? Then it's time to cut them out. I'm also seeing Judgment. So this also tells me that you might be dating someone, or you might not be giving someone time of day in October because maybe they made a mistake in the past, and maybe it's something that you're embarrassed of. So this could go either way. This is something that you're embarrassed of, and you're like, this is not the type of person I want to be with. This is not the person I can take to my family. So this is really about, being more open with people, being more understanding about people's past. This can mean dating someone with a child, or maybe you're a single mother or father, or they're going to be a single mother or father, and try to see past that. That's what I'm getting from the Ten of Pentacles. See past that to who they are as a person. Try not to judge people for their past mistakes. Judge them on how they treat you. That's like the biggest message I'm getting. Judge them by how they treat you, not based on what they've done in the past. Judge them on the now. So, like, someone might have a bad past, but they may treat you great. Give them a chance. And as soon as they wrong you, now you know. But on the other hand, someone could be telling you all the right things and seeming like the right person, but at the end of the day, they might treat you badly, So it's really about how they're treating you right now, not based on what they've done in the past, and that's important for you to remember. We also have Mother. We have the card Mother. So yeah, this really makes me believe there might be a person in your life who has a child, or you have a child, or something of that. Children might be involved. It might be you're starting to get like, I want to settle down and have a family, like I was saying earlier, because these oracle cards really just help me highlight the points that I've already made. So don't settle for someone just because like your instinct of getting married and settling down is coming up. Really look at them for who they are and how they treat you, and that's going to be very important as well. I really hoped you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual guys, I will see you later.